Okay, welcome back to Momentum Trade Diaries. This is part 2 of the watch list updates. I've got the first video in the books, so on to my second, and let's continue where we left off. So in the last video, we covered QQQ all the way up to XLY, so pretty much all the US ETFs that I cover, and we left out all the international ETFs. So I'm going to start with the international ETFs, and then as I breeze through those, I'm going to jump into the individual stocks that I'm sure everybody is just itching waiting for, just at the edge of your seats. So let's jump in. The first one is the Asia, AAXJ. It's Asia without Japan. So I don't know how y'all feel about that. How you feel about Asia without Japan? I don't think it sounds right. I feel like Japan is a very important part of Asia. But anyways, it's maybe I shouldn't get into that. So let's just talk about the alerts that we're going to set on this one. So for a low alert, price alerts, we're going with 90. Let's just go with 90. And then for a high, we will go with 95, 40, 95, 50. All right, so low, 90, high, 94, 50, 50, 94, 50. No, 95, 50. Let's do 95. All right, next, EWG. So let's see, Germany. We're going with a low around 40, say 40, 14, and then a high of 41.50. 41.50. Okay, moving on. Netherlands. So Netherlands, problem with this ETF is that it's very thinly traded. You see that it doesn't have very much volume on it, so it's one of those that can be hard to trade. But we're gonna try to keep it in the watch list and try to trade on it, and we'll see if we can manage the spread, or the spread might be too big. So we'll see what happens here. I'm gonna put a low alert at about 57.27 and a high 57.27, and the high will be just above the high from today. Well, yeah, the high from today. So the high today was 59.41, so I'm going to do 59.45. So as a reminder, if you have any questions about what I'm doing or why or whatever, you can add a comment and I will read through that and give you the answers. And the next, we're going with Spain. We're going with Spain, Espanol. Spain, lovely country. Are you a Barcelona fan or Real Madrid? Do you follow soccer? Okay. I'm not going to tell you mine because people will go crazy. But let's do a low of 49.50. Let's do 50, and then a high, we'll just say like 55. This thing, maybe it'll keep going. 50 and 55. EWQ, France. Parlez-vous français? Parlez-vous? Did I say that right? It's so difficult to speak that language. France, we're going with a high 45.50 and a low of 43.50. 43.50 and 45.50. 43.50, 45.50. Geez, that's a lot of F's for France. Singapore. I would like to go to Singapore someday, I think. I feel like that's a very interesting country. But I don't know. Has anybody been to Singapore? Do you recommend it for me to go? Would you give me a ticket to go there? All right, moving on. Let's do this. 28. So do 28 and above the high today. 28 and then 28.80. 28, 28.80. A United Kingdom. Across the pond, as they say. The United Kingdom. Yes. Okay. United Kingdom. Did I just keep saying that? Okay. 42, 42, 20, 42, 14. 42, 14 with a high of 44. Is this just going to keep going up? What's going on with that United Kingdom over there? Brazil. Been there, and it's a lovely country. And went there for the World Cup in 2014. 14, and it was amazing. A lovely country, nice people. Okay, let's see. So this one, I'm going to put a low around 31.50 and a high around 35.50, 31.50 and 35.50, 31.50, 35.50. Okay, now large cap, China, large cap. These are the big dogs of China. Ooh, yes, I like China. I don't know about. I feel like China gets a lot of. I don't know. Don't want to say hate, but seems like not many. I don't know. There's people that don't like China, and they have their reasons. Okay, they have their reasons, but I like China. Like I would go there. I think if I had the opportunity. All right, the low is 39, 39, 39, 39, and the high is 42. Do it. 39, 39, 39, and 42. It's got a good ring to it. 39, 39. Next is Europe, broad, kind of like broad Europe core. It's more than just Europe, isn't it? It's got Europe, Asia, Far East, I believe, or Australia. All right, something like that. I'll need to. If anybody has more information on this, drop it in the comments. I'll tell you if you're right or not. All right, let's go with IEFA at 8707, 8707, and 90. 8707 and 90. What do you think? IEFA, is it going to make a new high or is it going to make a new low? All right, let's see. Going on to the United Arab Emirates in the Middle East. This is let's see. This looks like it's going to hit a low around 19, and then a high will be above the 20. There we go. We haven't said that for a while in this video. So we'll do the low of 19 and the high above the 20. Favorite. 1975. Anybody born in 1975? Anybody? Drop a comment if you were born in 1975. Okay, we finally made it to the individual stocks. So I'm going to start with the Mag 7, and then I'm going to go into some of the stocks that I follow for whatever reason. We can discuss in another video like some of the reasons I choose particular stocks, and maybe that'll help you in choosing your stocks. Or if you have a suggestion for a stock that I should follow, drop it in the comments. Tell me why I should follow it. If your reason is good enough, I might give you a round of applause. Okay, so Apple. Has anyone heard that company before? Does anyone have an iPhone? They just came out with the new ones, 17. So the low alert is going to be 260.26. No, yeah, 260.26. And the high is going to be 280. 260.26, 280. Amazon. I'm just not even going to say anything about Amazon. Amazon.com. We are going with an alert for a low price of 234 and a high of 259. 234, 259. Google, Alphabet. Google had to change their name. Well, I guess, yeah, they changed their name to Alphabet. Oh, man. I don't like that. I don't like that they did that. I think they should have just kept it as Google. I am not a fan of the changed name. Okay? Well, mark that down in your whatever. You need to mark down that I'm not a fan. I did not like that name change. Okay, we're going to put a low target of go down to 260 and up to 295. 260 to 295. Meta. Oh, here's another one. They changed their name. Facebook wasn't good enough. Now they need to change it to Meta. So Meta. This one's very interesting. A big drop off here. So you can see my levels of support are being touched at around 600 right now. So that's interesting. And then below that, the next level of support that I put in there is around 560. Why did I do that? Your guess is as good as mine, man. I don't. We can talk about that another time. But for now, let's just put 600 was the low today. Let's do 600 for the low, and then for a high, we'll do 675. I'm actually going to put it below the 20 because I just feel like it's not going to make that tomorrow. So it's the 20-day moving average is just going to keep going down. So I'm doing 675 and 600. 600, 675. Does 600 hold, everyone? Do you think 600 is going to hold? Are you all tracking Meta, and did you put 600 down on your bingo card for holding support? Did you buy at 603? That was the low today. Did you buy there? Maybe that's a good buy. All right. Let's see. Microsoft. Ooh, this one we can put at the 20. We've got a 518. That'll be above the 20. And then below, we've got 493. Okay. So 518. Oops. 493, 39, and 518. There we go. NVDA. Okay. NVIDIA, the largest company in the USA. And is it the world now? I don't know. I know there's like a really big company in like Saudi Arabia or something. I should know, but I don't. NVIDIA, what are we looking at here? We got 185. It's already hit 185. It might just stay there. But I'm going to put it lower. Let's do like 170, 175, 170. 170. We're going to do 170. Do it. 170. And then for a high, we're going right above that 20-day moving average. 193. 193. Tesla. Cybertruck fans out there? Anybody like the Cybertruck? All right, this thing could go all the way down to 370 or a little bit lower, 360. So let's do 365. 365. And we'll go up above the 20 at 445. So that's the Mag 7 in the books. 445 above the 20. And if this goes to 360, that could be a nice little entry. We'll see. All right, Allstate Insurance. This is one that I just picked. I think it's gonna, it's been going up. It could hit 215. It could even break out of this. Maybe it breaks out. I'm just gonna put 215.70 for the high. 215.70. So this is one that has had a lot of resistance at that level. For a low, let's jump right back here. For a low, we've got kind of a range going at like 190. So let's throw 190 in there. But Allstate is one that you can see has had a lot of trouble getting above that 213 level. And look how close it is right now. So it'll be very interesting to see if it hits that level and reverses again, or if it's finally going to break through and keep going up. Let's look at the weekly. Yeah, is it time for Allstate to hit like 230? Maybe. Find out. Time will tell. Okay, app loving. Loving some apps. App loving. Where are you at? App. So this one is definitely at a support of 550 right now. And it could go even to touch this bottom. That's 545. It was low today, 542. But this is definitely touching support right now. I'll just say 545. And so I'd say like if you're interested in like maybe opening a small entry based on support levels, this would be a good entry right here. Even at like 553. But it would have to be a very small entry. And I'm not doing that. But I will look at the 20 at 607. 607. Coin. So I think everybody know Coinbase, the cryptocurrency holder. Let's see. So this one, so it's had support around that 300, just under the 3. Look, it started at 3 today and it's fallen. It's on the 200-day moving average, and it's literally at the low from 4 days ago. So this is interesting. This could be a bounce off of 283, or we might see it just fall way down below the 200. I mean, I think if it goes below the 200, this could go a lot further to like 240. Let's just say, we'll say 240. See what happens. And coin for a high 327. Let's do that. 327. Okay, next we have GE Verona. GE Verona. GE. Oh, no, we have figure. I'm gonna have to add figure to my watch list, but I'll get back to that. GE Verona is at 540, and this is definitely a level of support that I like. 540. So this could be a support buy right here. If it drops below that support, I'm looking at 500, say 501, 501, and 577. So what I've noticed after going through some of these names is that there are a couple that are kind of like testing support levels right now. So it'll be really interesting, like tomorrow, Friday, if these stocks hold their support and just bounce up, or if they start breaking through support, which could be very bad for the overall market if that's the case. So it could be a bad sign if we start seeing a bunch of like growth stocks falling through support. All right, IonQ, right on Q, IonQ. And then, yeah, look at that. It's hitting this support level of 40, just under 45. And so it's like, is it gonna hold this support and then just bounce up from here? Or are we gonna continue to see like, asking questions about the 200-day? And let's go ahead and put a number in the workbook so that we can just move on. Let's see, let's go with 41. Should I just put the 200-day thing? Let's do 41.75. 41.75 for a high. It's time for the 20. So 57. It's gonna keep going down, so I'm just gonna say 57. It'll be changed anyways. 57 is not gonna stay as my alert in the coming days and weeks. Lunar. We're getting lunar. All right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and call it for this video so we don't go too long, and I will have to do a part 3 to finish this up. And the going forward, these videos won't be so long because it's taking long just to initially set it up. But on the daily basis, I'm not going to have to change these alerts every single day, and so I'll be able to skip a lot of these as I go through. So just something, just so like I'm not here all day going through these alerts. It usually takes me about 30 minutes a day to update any alerts, or less, 30 minutes or less a day to update the alerts, and then I'm on with the rest of my day doing other things. So for now, I'm going to save this. I'll do a part 3, and in the future, in my future videos, I think I'll be able to just do like a really quick update of a few names, and hopefully, pretty soon we'll start seeing some buy opportunities that we can build out the portfolio. And these are all, I was just testing out if my charts work, but yeah, so these are not actual positions right now, but we'll be able to start growing some positions. We can start talking about allocation and what kind of limits I set on particular symbols, and then we'll get back into the real interesting, what it's all about, gains and losses. So make sure you subscribe, stay tuned. The videos are just going to get better from here, and we're just going to get rich. That's what's going to happen, y'all. So make sure you follow, like the video if you feel like you got something out of it, and then leave a comment or a question, and I'll answer you. And yeah, all right, happy trading. I'll see you